As product developers, we, of course, want to develop new products. This means we are looking for technical solutions that serve people's problems and needs. So, why can't we just start by thinking about these solutions? Why do we conduct research if we want to develop a new product? We don't exactly know the customer's demand and the markets. We don't know exactly which products already exist that fulfill the customer's demands. Without all this information, we are in danger of developing a product that nobody needs or that is not state-of-the-art. But research is not trivial. If you do it right, it can be very helpful, efficient and fun. But if you do it without a concept, it doesn't help at all, can be confusing, is time-consuming and will discourage you. In this video, we want to teach you a foolproof method. You will also learn how to present your results in a research podcast. The Oxford Dictionary defines research as the systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. What does this mean for us as engineers? Systematic investigation means using methods to ensure success and efficiency. Hence, you have to follow some guidelines and methodologies. By tracking information, you establish facts. Your research does not only copy and paste data and information you find, on the contrary, you generate knowledge out from the data that nobody has seen before. That's how to reach new conclusions. There are several fields of research. Let me point out the most important ones. Market research. An important factor of market research is the market itself. You have to answer several questions. How big is the market share of the company? How big is the market volume of the product? How big is the entire size of the market for a product at a certain time? So, the market potential. Are we dealing with the global, an international, a national, or only a regional market? Customers. It's also necessary to examine the group of customers that might buy your product. You can find target niches by focusing on a certain age group, a geographical location, or an income group. But also the customer's needs and pains have to be considered. Competitors. They can be divided into vertical and horizontal competitors. While horizontal competitors offer the same product category, vertical competitors focus on the same needs of the customers, but they fulfill it with different types of products. Another research field is technology research. It's important to know that no product is created on a blank piece of paper. You can always rely on previous products or other internal and external reference systems. You can also relate to completely different fields to get an inspiration for solving your problem. Technology foresight. How may future developments look like? What are the trends for the next couple of years? How's the patent situation? Which patents affect the development the most? Besides the market and the technology research, it's also necessary to focus on the environment research. This addresses things like legal framework. Are there any rules? Politics. Are there any sponsorships or aid payments? And the ecology. Are there any limits? Don't limit yourself to just one research topic. If you look at the patents, you surely have to keep other competitors in mind. You can create a ranking. Which one is the strongest patent of the competitors? Combine the research fields technology research and market research and interpret your data. To coordinate the research and projects, it's helpful to divide all these topics into research fields. That ensures that not too many redundancies occur. Further topics in research can be reasonable. That depends on the developing task. During research, you surely have a lot to work with data. whether by analyzing the market share or the customer's behavior using this product. One way of dealing with the arising complexity is by using key questions you would like to answer during the analysis phase. Research also means asking the right questions and looking for interesting facts by yourself. Don't limit yourself to key questions. Keep in mind that the list of important questions might also change over time. Based on this, you can start collecting your data. The most important step is to find valid information sources. Let me give you some examples. Patent databases like the European Patent Office, EPO. Trend databases like Trend1. Statistical institutes like Eurostat. Scientific newsletters and papers you can find in Google Scholar. Technology bloggers and YouTube channels. After having collected relevant data, it is important to specify which sort of data is usable for your research topic. You have to explore your data. Ask yourself, is the data credible? By using different sources, you can increase the credibility of your findings. Is the data up to date? Is the data plausible? Are there any outliers, or could it be sponsored by any company? Based on these conclusions, you have to summarize the data and think about which information is relevant and has an impact on your developing task. After having finished your analysis, think of a way to make your data presentable. You have many options, such as creating PowerPoint presentation, designing a wiki, producing mind maps, posters, or collages. Or you can produce a research podcast. In big, different located projects, research podcasts are a good way of sharing your knowledge. You can create a nice podcast of your research topic and get multiple other podcasts of the other research topics created by the participating teams. In other words, it's a win-win situation. The research podcast should last about 3 to 5 minutes and be structured like this. At the beginning, there should be a short introduction naming your research topic and the key questions. The biggest part of your podcast should be, of course, the results of your research. Make sure to keep it informative but as simple as possible. Avoid using complex graphs and too much text on the slides, for instance. But still make sure to deliver a high density of information content by demonstrating your results graphically and explaining their meanings. Interpret the data and show upcoming relations between them. Use pictures to make your presentation attractive to the viewers. Relevant information is given by your using an audio track. At the end of your podcast, state a conclusion where you focus on the most important consequences for the actual product development. Have fun during the research. Remember these 5 aspects. Deal intensively with your research topic. Collect appropriate data. Interpret this data. Draw conclusions. Present these conclusions attractively and clearly.